LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta are in the game. I've been using them a lot. I went from being unranked in the current rating match season to being in like the top like 5k in a heartbeat, just using these units because I've been having a ton of fun, and I can't believe I'm saying this still, using GT. GT was a tag that was darn near the bottom because even though they had a lot of cool units, that tag darn near never got updated. But obviously with all the things that we've been getting throughout the past few weeks boosting that tag, now they finally have their moment to shine. And because of that, I want to show you guys a few battles I had off screen. So today we're going to be doing some post commentary of me using the new GT units in PvP. Well, with that being said, let's get into it.
Versus Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, Gohan Beast, and legendary Super Saiyan Broly.
And here we are in the first battle. So we both lead off with tag Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. I thought the opponent was going to tackle or back off, but they just ended up throwing out strike guards, so it completely got me off guard. Anyway, they continue their combo. I throw in 17 to take a few hits. Afterwards, they swap into Gohan, understandably so, because he still nullifies cover change. But surprisingly, he ends the combo. So I'm thinking I have a window of opportunity, but he ends up popping his special skill. So while I dash in, he's able to kind of counter. He tackles because I have no cards, but eventually after tap attacks, I back off and I'm able to actually match his Ki Blast. Then I move in, tackle, follow up with Ki Blast and pop my main. Now right here, I'm thinking I can at least get him to vanish. That will help. But afterwards, of course, he follows up. I throw in Goku, and from there he pops his special move, which is actually really bad because he becomes element neutral. We took the hit, but it's damage that could have technically been avoided if I waited for strike cards or something. Anyway, I throw in the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. They throw in Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. Tap Blast, I vanish, pop my special skill, follow up with Strike, throws in Broly. Afterwards, I managed somehow to get Vegeta in, which helped out tremendously because if I didn't, I would have lost Goku and Vegeta much earlier than I should have. So anyway, after a bit, he throws in Gohan. For whatever reason, he doesn't cover change. So I throw in Goku, and from there, he swaps in Goku and Vegeta. I have a fully charged special move, and it does a lot of damage. Now, my timing was just trash. I have no idea what's going on. So he ends up vanishing and getting his combo off. I throw in 17 because I know since he swapped to Vegeta, I can't throw in LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku to try to get out of the way. However, when he threw out his special move, I can throw him in to take the hit, but that's about it. So now he throws in Gohan. I'm sitting here trying to find a way to get my, or to save my special move for tag Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. But eventually, you know, my timing was just terrible. He vanishes, combos, and then does Rise and Rush. I throw in 17 because even though he would help against Goku and Vegeta, in the long term, if he just keeps Vegeta in, then Vegeta will be able to counter 17. So there's no point. I'd much rather have just a neutral unit and a unit that's effective against two of the other units on the team. So I decided to sacrifice 17. No big deal. Anyway, the opponent pops their main ability very early and then gets out of the way and throws Broly. I thought that was extremely weird, but maybe they did it for the sake of just trying to save Gohan. I don't know. Anyway, I ended up comboing Broly. He swaps into Vegeta, and because of this, because he literally just took Gohan out too, he can't swap out. So Goku and Vegeta end up dying. Now, I normally would have been in a bad predicament because of the fact that I have Vegeta in, but I threw in LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku. He ends up vanishing out of the way with Gohan and ends up comboing. I'm actually not worried because if he does decide to keep Gohan in, I can just swap, and then if he wants to throw in Broly, I can just rush. So luckily he threw in Broly immediately, so I have element factor advantage, and I caught him on the tap blast. So I throw a Ki Blast, I throw out Strike, and then I throw out Rising Rush. Here's the reason why. So one, obviously element factor advantage against Broly. Two, if I'm able to swap into Goku, one, I have element factor advantage, and two, I get a guaranteed special move which nullifies endurance. So even though Gohan has endurance, I'm not worried. Anyway, I swap to Goku, he tackles, I throw strike guards to catch him, and then afterwards I throw a special move. But here's the thing, it doesn't kill, but since I nullify endurance for 3 timer counts upon activation, that means I can dash in, land that finishing blow, and it still nullifies endurance. So yeah, that was a very interesting battle. Now, honestly, having Gohan Beast and Broly makes things really difficult because of the fact that, one, they're both extremely powerful units, and two, they have cover changing that goes for both Strike and Blast. So, actually, with the exception of Broly, who can cover change special skills and special moves. So I have to be very careful with how I approach that unit, or I have to find a way to actually force him to use those cover changes. That way, Broly kind of just becomes fodder. But either way, though, we still managed to pull the clutch, especially with Goku and Vegeta. But with that being said, on to the next battle.
Versus Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, Super Baby 2 and Majub.
And here we are in the second battle. So we both lead off with Tag Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. This time I do manage to get out the way and I get a special skill. So I pop it, but my special move wasn't available. So I followed up the strike. They throw in Majub, then afterwards I use my special move. It drops 2 cards, and when I land it, it wipes out Majub, which means his defensive option is completely gone. And what I mean by that is he could have hid behind Endurance the whole time, but since he's gone, I can rush anybody if I so choose. Anyway, Baby gets thrown in, he does a few combos, pops his main ability, and then afterwards throws in Tag Super Saiyan 4 Goku Vegeta. When that happens, I throw in 17. They end up popping their special skill. I decided to vanish out the way instead because I just was not trying to deal with that. Anyway, I tackle, they vanish, they combo, they drop their combo, I sidestep, and they catch me. Afterwards, they swap into Vegeta and throw out the special move. I can't throw in 17 for that at all, otherwise he would have died. So, I end up taking the hit with Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Then they throw in Baby. Baby vanishes. This time, I actually opt into Clash. But my reaction time, I don't know what was going on in this video, but my reaction time was actually garbage. So, he dashes in, but follows up with Ki Blast, which I thought was crazy. But since Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta are in, if they pop Rising Rush, that actually knocks down my sub count by 10. So I can throw in Super Saiyan 4 Goku again. And then at that point, once I follow up with Ki Blast because he's already vanished with Baby, and I know Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta aren't coming back in, I throw out my ultimate attack. There's no way that he's going to be able to save Baby. So, Baby's taking the damage. I wipe him off the face of the planet. He's actually gone. So now I'm stuck against Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. He ends up landing the tackle. And at this point, honestly, as long as I keep Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta alive, I'm okay. So I end up throwing them in because Goku ended up going in, and if I really needed to, I could throw in 17. He ended up dropping the combo, which I wasn't really worried about it. I have my special skill. Now I dash in, but I was trying to dash in to use my special skill, not to quick attack. So because I ended up getting caught, I throw in 17. He ends up throwing in Vegeta eventually. So at this point, I know 17 is probably going to die if a special move ends up landing on him. But instead, I opt in to save 17 and sacrifice Goku instead, because Goku's already used his main ability and both of his vanishes. So once I get them to vanish and I have a special skill, I throw in Goku and Vegeta, I pop my special skill, and at this point, I know it's game over. There's nowhere you're going to win. I have the ability to swap anytime I want. So I do Strike Arts with Goku, then I swap to Vegeta, and then I do Ki Blast, and then eventually the opponent forfeited. So I think this was a scenario where we got extremely lucky because of the fact that we wiped out Majub very, very early. If we didn't, I don't think that it would have been really too difficult, apart from him being able to pressure 17, but it would have been annoying to try to get around utilizing Rising Rush if that opportunity did arise, because he has Endurance. Unless it was like I maybe pop my special move and then immediately afterwards, then I rush Majub, and if I land it, then yes, he would probably die. But yeah, on to the final battle.
Versus Pan, Super Saiyan Teen Gohan, and Gohan Beast.
And here we are in the final battle. So, of course, I lead off with Tag Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. They lead off with Pan, and she had a special skill at the beginning. Anyway, I throw out Ki Blast, Pan perfect vanishes, so of course, Gohan is coming in. And you guys already know where it goes from here. It's Beast Gohan, so he's comboing for 15 years. 15 very long years. But, I mean, at least it's element factor advantage on me, so it's kind of a double positive because one, I'm able to take the hits, and two, it's just raising my swap gauge, so I'm not really too worried. I end up quick attacking after the combo finally ends after 15 years. Then afterwards, he throws out his special move, I end up getting out the way, and then from there, I'm thinking that Pan was going to come in next. So I swapped to Vegeta after a few hits. Sure enough, Pan came in. And from there, I know for a fact Team Gohan isn't going to come in because I now have element factor advantage against him. So Pan has to take these hits. So I end up calling for a little bit. Then, of course, you guys know Pan. She pops her main, Then she used her special skill, which cripples my ki, locks down my main ability, and except if you're using swap units. You can't lock down swap units. So anyway, I throw in 17, I vanish out the way, I match her ki blast, Gohan ends up coming in, he tackles, I have to throw in Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and from there, I'm kind of biding my time because I have to be very, very careful. But after I throw a ki blast, he ends up perfect vanishing, which is not good, because afterwards he threw out Rising Rush, which is what I was worried about. Because I wanted to throw in tag Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta in quickly so I can be able to swap back into Super Saiyan 4 Goku and vanish out the Rising Rush. But because I couldn't, I threw in 17, he took the hits, but we guessed the rush. So we end up knocking back, of course. Eventually, I pop my main ability to try to heal up a little bit. Then I quick attack, I back off, and I was going to do it again, but he followed up with Strike. So I take a few hits, he ends up sidestepping out of it to cancel it, and catches me with Ki Blast. Afterwards, he pops a special skill after landing those Ki Blasts, which actually hurts me a lot, so I have to swap into Vegeta, which is a scenario I don't want to be in, because if I get hit by anything with Gohan, I'm probably going to die. So I end up throwing in Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and we take this ultimate attack, which, in truth, I mean, we did take it, but it still dealt half my health, which is not good. So I end up forcing him to vanish with Ki Blast, and then I wait because I know he's going to try to do something. He ends up following up with an attack. I end up just comboing him. Afterwards, I throw in 17. At this point, I'm thinking the dude is going to bring in Gohan. He ended up doing it at the end of the combo, which is perfectly fine. But at this point, I just need to be able to get Gohan to do something. But luckily followed up with Strike, and since I still have Vegeta, that means that I'm able to have Element Factor advantage against him. So we both kind of sidestep. I catch him with the special skill, and then afterwards, I throw out Ki Blast, but he throws in Please Gohan. And he had a special move. So now, 17 has to die, because I still need Super Saiyan 4 Goku to vanish just in case anything happens. Anyway, he pops his special skill, of course. It didn't really matter. I was going to pop my main regardless. So he throws in Pan afterwards, and then afterwards, I was trying to catch Pan because I thought they were going to follow up with Strike, but they end up following up with a tackle, so that didn't help. So I end up tackling, they vanish, and then from there they throw in Beast Gohan, but he still nullifies cover change, which is not good for me. Now I'm worried because he's auto-comboing, which means he's either going to rush or something crazy. Sure enough, dude decided to double rush me, but luckily, since I had tag Super Saiyan 4 Goku Vegeta in, I was able to vanish right out of the way. And plus, Gohan has already vanished, which means he's wide open. So, instead of me actually following up with Strike again, I end up just throwing out my special move, and it does actually decent damage to Pan. So now, at this point, I'm in a really bad predicament, because I have to find a way to land rush no matter what, or I will lose. So, eventually, I throw in tag Super Saiyan 4 Goku Vegeta, I sidestep, pop my special skill, and then afterwards, I wipe out Pan. Now, he throws in Gohan, but I have Element Factor advantage now, so I'm not worried about Gohan Beast. Unless he uses a special move, then that would actually be pretty deadly. So, he combos, then he pops another special skill, which is absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, he ends up floating forward. I don't know why he did that, but I end up getting Element Factor advantage again, and because of how much damage I was doing against Gohan, of course he has to bring in Team Gohan. So I swap to Vegeta, and then from there, I throw in Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and then I throw out Rising Rush. Now, I know what you guys may be thinking, Ndukauba, why would you rush him before his revival gets activated? Realize that the timer is actually running out. So if I don't land rush against the opponent, even if he has revival, I will lose by time up, because he would have dealt more damage than me because he landed Rising Rush. So it's actually a really good thing that not only did I rush Team Gohan, but I did it with a unit that had Element Factor advantage, because it gave me a lot of damage output. So at this point, I'm sitting here thinking, as long as I can maybe wipe out one other person, then I will be okay for the most part. So he perfect vanishes with Gohan, then he throws out Ki Blast. At this point, I need to try to figure out what to do, but he ends up throwing out Gohan. Now, if I had Goku in, this would have killed Gohan 100%, because it's a fully charged special move, but of course it didn't. So he ends up Ki Blasting. I end up just throwing out the Strike Arts. He ends up throwing out his special move with Gohan, and at this point, I just have to deal damage. But now, the opponent's starting to play way more aggressive. So, I was hoping he was going to back off, but he had another special skill, but it's Team Gohan against Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Like, I have element factor advantage. I'm not worried even if he throws out his special move. And even if he does, I can throw in Vegeta because, well, he has element factor advantage. So he throws out his special move. I throw in Vegeta, so I'm able to take the hit very well. I have a special skill, so I need to be able to utilize it somehow. So I dash in, he sidesteps, and I end up using it. Then I throw a Ki Blast, Gohan comes in. So if he has a special move, I'm in major danger. But he actually didn't have one. So I force an advantage, and then I tap attack, and with 2 seconds left, I pop my special skill, hoping I can land it, but I didn't. But again, since I used Rising Rush on Team Gohan with Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I dealt more Rising Rush damage than the opponent dealt on me, and I ended up winning the battle from time up. That's how prevalent that unit is. Like, Tag Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, especially when you put them on a formidable team, can make battles last all the way up to time up. And honestly speaking, I don't think I've actually experienced battles like that with Beast Gohan. Again, not trying to discredit Beast Gohan, he's a phenomenal unit, but since Goku and Vegeta can cover their bases on 2 different types of element factors while being able to get special moves constantly and being able to nullify nullify cover change, it helps out significantly with units that can pressure you with cover change or endurance. So yeah, again, they are fantastic units, and of course 17 definitely helped out in cases as well. But I do want to know in the comment section below, what are your thoughts on Tag Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, as well as 17 and any other unit that can now flow into GT? Again, let me know in the comment section below. But with that being said, I'm Ndukauba, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.